is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully.
No, that's the shit. Don't be goddamn it. My cousin and mine. That's okay. You know, when you big single start talking to somebody, hold on one second. I'm not a general respect, and my cousin, everybody, and that's okay. No, that's the shit. Don't be goddamn it. Healing, charm, and pain is not a race or an overnight process. No, that's the shit. Don't be goddamn it. You know, always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Never allow someone to dim your light or make you feel like you're not worthy. You're choosing yourself. No, that's the shit. Don't me. No, for real, because that unconditional love, it comes first. You know, my conscience and everybody, and that's okay. No, for real, you watching me disturb your own fucking peace. It's a trait on me. Return back to with your negative ass energy. Hello. You know, my conscience and everybody. A motherfucker would send you the evil lie, whatever the case may be. You know, project spell work on you at the end of the day, but you was far from the fool. Cause hold on one second. Her confidence has different, bitch. No other trait on me. Always be yourself with no malicious. It's my constant, right? That's okay.
Always be yourself. No pretenders. I'm nice and respect, and my content is not for everybody.
No, you can actually go watch somebody else somewhere and disturb your own fucking peace. Let alone bring your own goddamn blood pressure up. Hello. No, it's way trait over me. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions.
And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone.
No, that's shit don't be goddamn. My constant bite, that's okay. You ever decide to say, you know what? Going from being big single to actually, you know what? Communicate the goal within. Communicate the goal within. Hello! You know, new conversation and shit. Only to realize, hold on one second, you wasn't trying to shortchange yourself when it come to your mental health. No, that's the trait don't be. You ever decide to talk to somebody new and to realize, hold on one second, was it a dream come true or was it a nightmare? No, that's the trait don't be. You ever started talking to somebody new and realized, hold on one second, I didn't ask for your 21 questions when it comes to my past. No, that's the trait of me. Is we going to see what's up with the future or we going to just part ways? No, for real. A motherfucker will be like, nah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean all that what he said be. So why the fuck you keep bringing them up? No, that's really trait the thought for me. A motherfucker will bring up your motherfucking past because they still dipping and dabbling with theirs. No, that's the trait of me, bitch. We are all not the same. Hello. No, that's really trait of me. I never understood this bougie ass shit at the day. A motherfucker will start talking into you and be like, oh, yo, what's up? You single? And you like, yeah, I'm big single, whatever the case may be. So what the fuck happened to your common sense when you meant what you said what you didn't mean? No, it's a trait don't meet me fucking halfway. It's a trait don't me. A motherfucker will start talking to you and only to play verse psychology, mentally mind games with you today. I didn't sign up for this bullshit. What the fuck wrong with these fools? No, bro. You have been minding your business. It didn't matter if you was going from point A to Z and someone trying to holler at you when you was on the street or what case and be. All that on the internet. And you know, they being all spontaneous. They being all like showing you signs, but then you in the back of your head, you like, hold on one second, I think I'm gonna have to rewind time. No, I have to trait on because don't shortchange me on my mental health. You ever told somebody at the end of the day, I don't got time for the wife's bullshit? No, for real. You ever kept it real with somebody like, yo, I dealt with enough when it comes to my past and lust and malicious intentions and all that weird shit or what the case may be? Motherfucker be like, nah, I'm not like that. Not even a little bit. No, I'm a lover, not a fighter. You know, I'm not trying to fight your heart away. Take on me. Shut the fuck up. No other take on me. You ever started talking to somebody new and shit? And then when y'all start politicking or whatever case may be, this motherfucker, every time you turn around, they talking about the past. Not only just the past, but hold on one second. They talking about a motherfucker that you ain't fucking with no more. They don't have any type of contact with. But this motherfucker still dibbling and dabbling with the fuck whoever they got going on in their closet. No other trait on me. You ever told somebody like, listen, if you got baggage, leave me alone. You ain't got kids in common with somebody, leave me alone. No, and the shade on me. You know, because you had that option to say, you know what? I want to deal with somebody with kids. I don't want to deal with somebody with no kids. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you have the option at the end of the day. But when you come across somebody and y'all on the same page, like, you know what? I'm going to deal with you because you ain't got no kids and we on the same page because, you know, whatever case it be. Oh, you deal with someone that... Listen, either way a motherfucking go, it should be no reason why you trying to shortchange somebody of a vision that you can't relate to. Common fucking sense. And the trait of you, son of a bitch. No, for real. It should be no reason why you getting all dolled up and getting ready to go out on a fine date or whatever case may be because your date is so fine. No, the trait of me only realize you about the wrong time. Why the fuck did I set myself up when I could have took my own goddamn self out on a date? No, for real. Because now this motherfucker got you all fucked up now. You ever went out on a date and the motherfucker just ruined the moment? No, for real, for just ruined the day. Like, how the fuck you do that? You standing there minding your business, starting to get ready, or whatever the case may be. Y'all on your way out the motherfucking door. This motherfucker say, I'm about to pull up, whatever the case may be. However the fucking scenario about to go, whatever the case may be. This motherfucker gonna talk about some, you know, my past is cold. They need me right now. I didn't sign up for this bullshit. No other trait over me. You ever realize at the end of the day, you know what? Do yourself a favor and I a favor and just leave me alone. No other trait over me. Like, for real. You know, it is certain vocabularies that, you know, motherfuckers is not trying to repeat. My manipulation games, hold on, save a thought for someone else's mama. I ain't the one. Or the fucking two. Have a good day, son of a bitch. No, for real. A motherfucker will mislead you and act like they're so invested in your time and day. Only the rest of hold on 1 second. This motherfucker still want to dibble and dabble with they motherfucking past. But they sit here too much. Nah, when they have one-on-one time and shit, nah, I don't deal with my past. Nah, it's only you, baby. Oh yeah, all right. It's a trait over me, you son of a bitch. Why you lying for? I never understood that bullshit in the day. There's no need to do all of that. If you want to get in someone's jaw, just keep it a buck. Like, listen, I'm just trying to do the 1, 2, and 3. No, for real. Let someone have the mindset of saying, you know what? You still dealing with this person, that person. Give them the opportunity to say, you know what? I'ma still continue to deal with you. Don't prolong a conversation then they just to do somebody mentally wrong. It's a trait. Like, what the fuck wrong with people? Like, give the person the benefit of the doubt. Say, you know what? I want to still talk to you because I see potential within you one day. Or you know what? We could be buddies. It's a trait over me. Ain't nobody trying to cuddle with you, bitch. You and your bitch. Hello. I'm a one-person person only. It's a trait over me. You know, my content is not for everyone. Entertainment purpose only. Love yourself not to dim your light. Love yourself not to dim your light. Love yourself not to dim your light. Check you out, neighbor, you're not a hater. It's a trait on me. You ever came across a motherfucker that was such a hater at the end of the day? But then they had to gather a hate train, like, nah. You know what I'm saying? That bitch ain't got potential. I can't stand that bitch or whatever the case may be. Talking bad about a motherfucker. Goddamn, heaven changed on me, bitch. You talked a little bit too soon that you supposed to, bitch. You forgot to pray to go within and ask God for guidance, bitch. No, remember, I never understood this shit at the end of the day. A motherfucker will put their mouth on somebody at the end of the day, the wrong child of God, and only hold on 1 second. Ooh. Yeah, bitch, you was the devil, and that was a goddamn lie. You imagine you telling someone they ain't got motherfucking potential at the end of the day. Only to realize that, hold on 1 second. You turned around only for a split of a second and realized, hold on 1 second. Ooh, you do got potential. I wasn't trying to show you at the end of the day you wasn't the issue. No, that's a check on me. After you done gather that hate train against an innocent person at the end of the day, only realize, hold on 1 second. You know your math didn't add up. You said the evil eye towards somebody, you threw sport towards somebody at the end of the day. You made sure that someone wasn't trying to elevate. Because you saw something within them because you was insecure. And only was to hold on 1 second. Everybody gathered the hate train to go up against that innocent person. They trying to figure out Chipman as well. What you was talking about? What happened? What you was talking about? Huh? Now, Evan said don't be looking mad stupid in the face. Pick up your face, bitch. You know, my cousin, everybody, and that's okay. I may not be funny to you, but I wasn't trying to be. It's a trait over me. Always being self and no malicious attentions. Don't dim your like neighbor, far from a hater. We ain't the same neighbor. Projecting your pain. Hold on 1 second. Why would you shortchange your pockets of your mental health? No, pour into you, bitch. It's a trait over me. I don't wish the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding. I say it respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I love to talk about love. It was a knock at the door. The energy is different. It was a delivery from God. The energy is different. You know, unconditional love, bring you balance, maintaining your smile. Who would have knew that true love wasn't complicated? You know, that chapter here is different when someone meets you halfway. Even when you got lost in your words, someone didn't make a mistake. Someone saw you, not to overlook you. Someone pouring into you. Only was to be on the same page when it comes to unconditional love. Who would have knew someone could fill those shoes that day when it comes to unconditional love? Loving yourself, the better yourself, never dim your light. Loving yourself, the better yourself, never dim your light. No other trait on me, goddammit. You know, because my content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Where do I start when I say knock, knock? The devil was knocking, but God stepped in, took over the conversation.
Showing you at the end of the day, don't resent yourself because someone wasn't paying attention. Someone was overlooking themselves when it came to their own well-beings, trying to keep up with you. At the end of the day, only was you understood that receiver. You was understanding the balance, pain, trauma. Didn't have to play mind manipulation games to lose yourself. Understanding self-control, that discipline hits different. Acting your body weight, not your shoe size, regardless of what community you came from that day. Poverty and pain, energy is different when it comes to, hold on one second. I love myself not to dim my light. I love myself not to dim my light. I love myself not to dim my light. Thank you, God, for being patient with me. I know the shaped over me. Yeah, I may not know how to say, but practice makes perfect. Being authentic, showing up for yourself. Everybody not gonna understand you, but hold on one second. God was really dancing with me, showing me I was worthy, overcoming the devil's point of view, me losing myself. The energy is different. I believe the faith that you couldn't relate to. They took you took my God all day long, but hold on one second, God didn't lie. When the folks over there, right, the left was throwing spell work, but I understood at the end of the day, I wasn't trying to take that jab. Had your next door neighbor at the end, they trying to distract you, throwing spell work and attacks away, gang stalking you right to left. The energy is different when it comes to converse that bothers they mental health because they have insecurity problems. The trade over me. I hope you find peace in your lane, bitch. The trade over me. Stay in your lane. The matter your tax bracket. They wanted you to walk the walk of shame. They wanted to humiliate you right to left, doing rituals behind closed doors. But God saw what they was doing behind closed doors when they try to hack your devices that lie on your name. All because you understood time and day. I love myself. I'm pouring into me. Even when I can't see, I'm pouring into me not to lose me. How folks be trying to watch your next move. Make sure it's not your best move. How they throw stuff in your vision at the end of the day so they can paint you out to be the fool. But when God restores you for all the right reasons, they would never understand confidence actually hits different. It was never for likes and views because God was never for selling. God was for keeping it real. They would never understand how you maintain a healthy conversation, praying to go within, not against your neighbor, but for yourself. You knew how to pray for your neighbor, good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. Even when it would send you the evil lie, they would never understand that God didn't tell a lie. Because when you're a child of God and you don't worship the devil alone, your soul was never for sale. Being real will bother certain folks' mental health. But never lose yourself because someone tried to shortchange you because they wanted to dim your light to discourage you. We ain't the same. How folks be trying to be you, do you, outdo you, but they can't walk a day in your shoes, even if they air hustle to tell your next move. It be the train of thought for me. How God was protecting your vision when it come to your faith. They would never understand you and have to get out of character, being a crash out when they try to antagonize you that day. Sometimes this type of stuff actually happens. Gang stalking is real towards your household when you should keeping it real. It was never for likes if he was a cloud chaser when God never moved his hands off the wheel. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. We may not pray the same, but I never had hate in my vein. I just knew how to respect my neighbor. I was far from pretending, being authentic. No, Evan, change on me. Always be yourself with no molestance. It's no for real. Loving yourself, the better yourself, never dim your light. Loving yourself, the better yourself, never dim your light. No other train thought for me. Knock, knock, said the devil was knocking. Knock, knock, said the devil was knocking. Knock, knock, said God was stepping for you. Never changed off of me. Fall from the fool. How it took a hate train. Over 20 folks at the end of the day trying to discover somebody at the end of the day because they believe something they can relate to. Stay in their lane. Someone believed in faith and confidence regardless to their environment. Someone knew how to respect their neighbor, whether it's something they can relate to. The outside world, it was really cold. But who would have knew that God was keeping that baby warm, regardless of the environment they was that day? It was folks throwing spell right to left, energy harvesting off that baby's energy, but God still restored that baby for all the right seasons. That thinking, that mindset, that shift is different. It was more than 200 ways at the end of the day to improve your thinking. No, Evan straight on me, let alone your life. But when comes patience, time, and day, that vocabulary hits different. When it comes to elevation, continue to blossom, butterfly. You ain't have to tell a lie. The energy is different. Running from who you was. They would never understand or recognize. Growth, maturing, loving, You always had that good heart, regardless of what you've been through. Never had to switch up to be comfortable. Always be yourself. My content is not for everyone. It's not. How the devil or the enemy will prey on your next downfall. You just wake it up the next day. They don't want you to see your own existence. They will prey on your beauty spells, and they will prey on your finance. They will energy harvest off your energy, even try to destiny swipe with you. They will even send folks right to left, like in disguises. Astral travel to you. Monitoring spirits only to rise the whole in 1 second. You understood self-control. You know, they pick and choose who could talk about spirituality. They pick and choose who could talk about God. They pick and choose who could talk about this topic, that topic. Hold on 1 second. You're far from mentally ill. Everybody has their day. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. I can't sit there and judge you until you're not going through pain. You got a headache right now. It's feeling unhealthy at the end of the day. But hold on 1 second. You got pain going through your arm, let on your legs. You ain't swelled up, but you truly feel uncomfortable. It really hurts. But you continue to keep going. Because ain't nobody at the end of the day is going to help you better than God. That energy is different because when God brings you up to show you elevation, the energy is different. They would never understand your potential showing up for you. Because you know why? They say all help ain't good help. You help so many people along your way. Even folks that you don't even know. And they was quick to disrespect you. For likes and views of cloud chasing the fame. They hack your device and try to dim your light. It was never for fame. On your behalf at the end of the day. Because God was never for sale when you was keeping it real. How God was in your life to show you at the end of the day you was far from mentally ill. My content is not for everybody. And I say that respectfully. You know, loving yourself is not a crime. Never give up on yourself when someone gives up on you. Because when God sends the right people into your life, respect's a two-way street, and I say that respectfully. I don't run from me. I don't run from my past. Regardless if you try to blackmail me or not, I'm far from an addict. Regardless who's in the background trying to control the narrative of my life. I don't live in fear. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regards to who's hacking my devices or who's gang stalking me or what next door neighbors telling my next move in different tax brackets. Or what did I say that day? Did I take a shit or not? It be the train of thought for me. Folks can't wait to tell your next move. Only to realize you was far from slow, stupid, and retarded. You know, they thought that you was slow. You know, because you had a heart. Imagine helping somebody. Only for them to create a hate train towards you. And you never had to pray against them. You prayed for them and prayed for their family that nobody hurt their baby or do what they done to you. You know that projection they did that day? You know that mask they wore around folks that they knew for over 20, 30, 40, 50 years? You just pray that nobody did that to their baby. But malicious intentions what they did that day to hide. It's a train of thought for me. You know, my content is not for everyone. You know, individuals will come into your life to try to distract you. Individuals will come into your life to make you feel like you're not worthy. Or will project lust or pray with spoken in a toxic way because they see that you're somebody. So they'll be in the background making sure that you become homeless. They'll make sure that you're not able to take care of yourself. They make sure that they make sure that when people look at you that you are ugly. How this type of stuff happens. They don't want you to weather a storm to pour into your garden. You know, because when you put new seeds in a garden, and only for it to grow, you have to water it. And when you water something at the end of the day on God's time, they can't take away what God endured within you. That storm was real. Only to realize, hold on 1 second, the unconditional love started within. And you didn't have to play with spoke towards your neighbor. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You know, they say that you're a witch, you're this, you're that.
Well, hello then. Fuck you too, motherfucker. The train told me at least I ain't playing with spoke, you weird bitch. Whoo!
Shit, though, for me, how they pick and choose who can curse. Straight thought for me. I don't worship the devil. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I don't gotta go take for tack with somebody with spell work. I don't gotta go take for tack with somebody at the end of the day. That energy harvests off my energy. Because when I'm in God's hands, that restore season hits different. But you had a plan to get someone locked up, put them in a sideboard, hack their devices and gang stalk them, to paint them out to be mentally unstable. So hold on 1 second, you thought it was gonna be a crash out. And you're still waiting for that downfall. You're still praying that they don't show up for themselves to understand self-control, because you didn't understand discipline and stay in your lane. Didn't matter if you had a mother or father in the household, how this type of stuff actually happens. I know individuals that only had one mother and one father in the household, and I mean a single parent household. And they didn't have the mindset of what you do at the end of the day. You know, project spell work, energy harvest, gang stalk or hack somebody's devices. Because, you know, we're all not the same. And there's individuals that came from two family households that didn't have the same mindset too. They actually knew how to respect their neighbor. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. They didn't look at their neighbor like competition. They didn't have hate and jealousy in their day at the end of the day. Regardless they came from poverty and pain or not, well, I'm going to outdo you better than you. Matter of fact, let me sit here and take notes on you so I can outdo you better than you. Authentic? Nah. It's only one person at the end of the day that God and all that gift within. Authentic. If you gotta be somebody that you truly not at the end of the day, I sure hope that you find peace within your lane.
No, yeah, the trade don't be no for real. This type of shit really happen. You having an identity crisis, you weird ass.
It's disgusting to see how people will get the next door neighbor in different tax bracket or even hack someone's devices just to watch somebody and observe somebody for months and years just to be like them. And then paint themselves to be something that they truly not. And then you sit there and say that someone's mentally unstable. The math is not adding up. You know, the doctors is trying to figure out what's the diagnosis for you now. Because you said that someone was mentally unstable, but they were just being their authentic self. They wasn't trying to hurt themselves or others around them. They wasn't out here hacking people's devices or gang stalking people. They wasn't out here projecting spell work or little energy harvest on someone's energy. It's a train of thought for me. But you sat there and said that someone's mentally unstable?
And the trade on me, you need to go sit in your ass, sit there in your lane somewhere the fuck out, and the trade on me.
No, for real, for real. Because how can you sit there and diagnose somebody that they're mentally unstable? Because you projected spell work. You projected them to be mentally unstable. You projected them to be not financially stable. You projected them not to be in a healthy relationship. You projected them not to get that job opportunity. You projected them not to be in healthy environments. And you energy harvest off their energy to drain them. And you try to destiny swipe with them. But you said something that's mentally unstable? You're playing with witchcraft, voodoo, and all of that stuff. You know, some people use it for good, and some people will use it for bad. But I'm talking about the part where you use it for bad. And I don't mean use it for good, but with your malicious intentions. I'm not saying that because people use their gifts for good outcomes in life. And there's individuals that don't have a soul, let alone a heart at the end of the day. So they go up against their neighbor. Didn't matter your tax bracket, let alone your age that day. How this type of stuff actually happens. How you could be waiting to expect a baby, or you could be waiting to expect a job opportunity, or you could be waiting to expect this or expect that, and someone is projecting spell work so you won't elevate, or that baby won't come out healthy, or that baby won't see another day because someone is jealous and envy because they can't carry a baby, because they not with the person that they want to be with, because they done moved on. How this type of stuff actually happens. I don't wish this on nobody's child. And especially this generation that's coming up right now. It's a train of thought for me. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But when does it stop? You thought you was real because you projected spell work on somebody to outdo them better than them. But you're not even authentic. It be the train of thought for me. You wanted to control the narrative of someone's life. You wanted to see somebody homeless. You projected spell work and paid that warlock, that witch, that tarot reader, someone's next door neighbor in different tax brackets to watch someone's every move, or pay the person that was on narcotics that day. That's not even mentally stable. Or pay that person that's poison in the community. Or paid that doctor, or paid this person in this department of HRA, or paid this person in this department of customer service to watch somebody's every move. Matter of fact, you decided to say, you know what, poison their food, poison their drink, poison their narcotics. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, when you bring a child into this world, because not everybody's a parent, but any mother and father that protects their baby, they want to protect them for stuff like this. And when you are part of this type of stuff too, you really got to think to yourself at the end of the day, you wouldn't want that projection to be done on your own child. You want that baby to be able to go to little leagues and play baseball. You want that baby to play basketball or soccer or volleyball or tennis or be able to jump double dutch or whatever the case may be, or become that scientist, that doctor, that lawyer, and nobody projects spellwork on them, or let alone, that mother and father that actually cares about their baby. You wouldn't want your child to be in an abusive relationship. You would want that person that's dealing with your child, that man or that woman or whatever the case may be, to respect your child. And you're getting older of age at the end of the day. You're not trying to be fighting out here with nobody's child, because you're trying to defend yours. Because someone decided to project lust on your baby. Someone decided to project sport on your baby. Because they had lack of self-control. Didn't matter if they had a single-parent household or not. Respect's a two-way street. That introduction, hold on one second, should never been malicious intentions. My content is not everybody, not saying that respectfully. It's not. There are mothers and fathers out here, regardless if they just came into their child's life or not. They actually show up for their child. They don't project sport on their child. They don't create a hate train amongst the community and put themselves in these type of environments to go against their child, because there are mother and fathers that don't even have that type of mindset. They pray for their baby, not against their baby. There's mothers and fathers that don't rob their child mentally, physically, spiritually, or financially, or project a hate crime towards their baby. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. It doesn't matter how old your child is, that's still your baby. Knowing that you raised your child and they're in a relationship now with somebody, you want to know that they're going from point A to Z and they're safe in their own home, or they're safe going from point A to Z and nobody's putting their hands on them to do them wrong. Or let alone go against your own grandchild, abusing them, or any negative energy towards them. They shouldn't be around that type of environment at the end of the day. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Or someone walking into your child's life and manipulating them, only to project sport on your baby. And you trying to find out what's wrong with your child. Or because of the fact that someone had lack of self-control when it comes to discipline. And the fact that your child wasn't doing it for likes and views of clout chasing, it was truly their life. They didn't have to be no actor to put on a show at the end of the day, because it's what they were truly going through. Your child should never have to be on the news for a domestic violence case, and you're trying to find justice, and then you're going to the wrong people because they're against you. They don't see or hear you, because at the end of the day, they work with a certain group of people that's not even for you. It's a train of thought for me. It should be no reason why you should have to put it in your hands and lose out on the people that's around you still when they need you the most still. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. But there are mothers and fathers that actually care about their children, that won't project sport on their children, that don't energy harvest off their own children, and I say that respectfully. I can actually say it's like over a handful of mothers and fathers that don't have that mindset, or even having a mindset of having jealousy and hate and envy towards their own baby that they brought into this world. And when you're going from point A to Z, there should be no reason why anybody should be giving your child the evil lie. Well, you're not there to protect them all the time, because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline. Someone creates a hate train towards your baby because of the beauty that was indoor within you. You're handsome, you're beautiful, and it was passed on to your child. Your child should not be shortchanged of their mental health. Now you gotta find ways of getting them therapy. Find them ways of getting them a psychiatrist. Find them ways of getting certain tools that they need for their day-to-day routine when it comes to them choosing themselves, because someone lacks self-control. Someone had insecurity problems because of the fact that you brought a gift into this world. Something that you probably didn't expect to have. But you're very so much thankful at the end of the day that God allowed you to. Because it allowed you to change your life. It allowed you to mature. It allowed you to feel, you know what? I am worthy of being someone's mother or father. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. It's not. But always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm not even respected. I'm far from a hater. No mother or father or loved one should lose a child because someone lacks self-control. And I say that respectfully. Or someone projecting spellwork on your baby and you don't have no knowings of what's going on. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. As you're praying for your baby. As you're making sure at the end of the day, yeah, you pick up the phone and say, are you okay? Did you eat? It's those conversations that people miss out on at the end of the day because of the fact that someone's doing sport on your baby. Or someone has the evil eye towards your baby. Someone's projecting a hate crime towards your baby. It's so much justice, justice, we need justice, 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 we need justice. Because of violence. And it does not always have to take spell work for someone to project justice for someone's life to be taken. Because jealousy and envy is disgusting. It really is. And I don't wish that on nobody's child, regardless of how old they are. It's a train of thought for me. You know, we don't pray the same when it comes to God. But I don't have hate in my vein towards my neighbor, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I do not worship the devil, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless who's in the background trying to blackmail me against me. And I say that respectfully. Regardless who has me shadow banned or not at the end of the day. Regardless who had to dig up my past to try to humiliate me, try to blackmail me against me at the end of the day. Regardless if it was a lie or not, I don't run from me. Nah, your genuine love, respect. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. They're not sending you the evil eye. They don't have jealousy and hate and envy in their vein when it comes to you, regardless they came from poverty and pain. It's not, I'll do you better than you. No. I know how to respect my neighbor regardless to what circumstances I'm going through today. I don't have to gang up on my neighbor because everybody decided to go to the route and gang up on that bus when it comes to the hate train towards an innocent person, or because they was being authentic, or because they spoke up for themselves and they have ill intentions because someone decided to say, you know what, I want to control the narrative of someone's life today. I want to control the narrative of kicking somebody down because at the end of the day, I got folks with different tags, but they gonna believe what I say. That's what you said. Nobody's going to hear your voice. How this type of stuff actually happens when it comes to gang stalking. You know, gang stalking is real such your household. You're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing. No mother or father should lose a child. They shouldn't. Or a loved one. Because someone's saying, I'm at peace with myself and I ain't wearing a mask. I'm at peace with myself and I ain't wearing a mask. No, hold on 1 second. Forgot to be real. You forgot to be real. When you try to make someone mentally ill. Someone walked away from you, regardless if it was a relationship or not. You gave someone the evil lie because you didn't want them to elevate because you had insecurity problems. You was having your own personal issue, couldn't even relate to your own love language, looking in the mirror. You kept saying that you was looking in the mirror, but you forgot to go within the unconditional love. Hold on 1 second, you declined yourself that day. Or because of your mental health. Or you said someone was mentally unstable, but it was truly you at the end of the day, projected. No, after the trade on me, yo, this shit really happened. No, for real, for real. It does. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, they act their body weight and their shoe size. They know how to respect you good day, bad day, and misunderstand they with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. You know, my content is not for everyone. It's not. They don't have hate in their vein. They want you to become your best self vision of yourself, and I say that respectfully. It's a different type of energy when it comes to growth and maturing. You know, certain folks, they don't run from their past, but they understood the next chapter at the end of the day. The unconditional truly can last. You know, healing trauma and pain's not a race overnight process, but you mad and you're worthy of the right people being in your life. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding, they not sending you the evil lie. And I say that respectfully. We all don't pray the same. No, you haven't checked on me. I gotta go. I only be a step with no malicious intentions. Today is currently August 17th, 2025, and my content is not for everyone. I'm far from a catfish, and I say that respectfully. Regardless of what he say, she say, got to say about me at the end of the day. One thing I ain't got to do is wear no filter. I love myself, and I say that respectfully. Regardless of who's sending me the evil lie, regardless to who's tampering with my belongings, regardless of who's doing anything with malicious intentions behind closed doors, God sees you. And I don't run from fear. Regardless if you're a man or a woman. And I say that respectfully. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. When someone says you don't have potential, that does not mean give up on yourself. It doesn't matter what type of relationship it is. If you ever been in a relationship with somebody or not. Or you just coming and crossing with somebody. Or you just acknowledge that someone had a nice blouse or nice shoes. Or you like their creativity. You know, I know how to give respect when it's due. I know how to give flowers when it's due. But when you do stuff like this nowadays in society, is that someone already got the evil lie towards you because you acknowledge them. I thought when we live in a community, regardless to what zip code it is, what continent it is, I thought respect's a two-way street. When someone is not for you, you say thank you, no thank you. No need to prolong something to try to manipulate somebody out of their vision, their faith. Because you lack self-control when it comes to discipline, staying in your lane. You wanted to humiliate somebody, whatever the case may be, how this type of stuff actually happens. Or because someone believed in confidence. Because y'all don't pray the same, someone was not praying against you. They was actually praying for you with no misintentions, even if you didn't ask for them to pray for you. Because when you're a child of God at the end of the day, they're not sending you an evil lie, let alone they're not playing with spoken and toxic way to go against their neighbor. We all not the same. It's a good God and it's a bad God. I worship the good God with no malicious intentions. Regardless of what you're going through in life at the end of the day, I still know how to respect my neighbor. You could disrespect me all day long, but I don't have to bring harm towards you or myself or others around me, and I say that respectfully. I'm nice and respect that my content is not for everybody. Because someone says you don't have potential, that does not mean give up on you. I am my biggest cheerleader at the end of the day, regardless of who's rooting me on or not. And I say that respectfully, because I believe in my faith, so that you can't relate to, but stand in your lane.
No, and the trade don't be goddamn. Always be a step with no malicious intentions. Peace and respect your neighbor, step around you. Anywhere on them, you like. Gotta go on there, but on them, you like.
Always be yourself with no intentions. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. It's not. It's going to be discouraging to certain folks, and especially the ones that's throwing spoken in a toxic way, and especially the one that's gang stalking you or sending you the evil eye, or the ones who have malicious intentions towards you. One thing I don't run from is my past. And one thing I know how to do is repeat he say, she say, because I don't run from myself, and I say that respectfully, regardless if you lied on me or not. God sees everything. And I do not live in fear, and I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You know, loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. You are beautiful, and you are handsome, and you mad, and you're worthy. Never give up on yourself because someone gave up on you, overlooked you, disrespected you, made you feel like you're not worthy. They sat there and said that you had potential. They sat there, took notes. Only to us to hold on 1 second, they want to put respect on your name because it was you that day. They disrespected you out loud, wanted to see you down, but God maintained your smile to fix your crown. They would never understand how. Walk in that faith. You know that walk of life is different than filling your shoes. Who would have knew? Poverty and pain. Regardless of what you've been through that day, what you overcame. You mad and you're worthy. We ain't the same. I'm not agent of respect, and it's not a crime to be authentic, and I say that respectfully. It's not. Always be yourself, no intentions. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's not. I'm far from a copycat.
Far from a copycat, far from a hater. Neighbor, we not the same neighbor. No, the trade don't for me, hater.
Always be yourself. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. And I always have worked alone when it comes to my content. I say that respectfully. No third parties, regardless who's in the background trying to blackmail me against me when it comes to my creativity. How folks will watch your creativity and will never put respect on your name at the end of the day because they will hide behind spell work on a community to try to shortchange your vision when it comes to hate crime. Only for us to hold on 1 second, they understand how he's going to overcome that storm. But God was truly not misleading you wrong. When God truly revealed the devil on Amy that day, because she mad at you worthy at the end of the day. I'm not here to you respect, and I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. If somebody's not for you, just stay in your lane. Thank you, no thank you, have a good day. It's just that simple. It's no need to project spoke on somebody at the end of the day. It's no need to project a hate crime towards somebody. It's no need to energy harvest with someone's energy. And then at the end of the day, when an innocent person speaks up for themselves, then you quick to say they're mentally unstable. Or you sitting there projecting spell work. Like, make it make sense. You ain't acting your body weight. Didn't matter your tags bracket with your lies and hold on 1 second. The lack of your self-control when it came to your discipline. It became you known to do folks wrong until you came across the right. But at the end of the day, that hold on 1 second, that confidence bothered your own mental health.
No, the trade over me. Damn, why the fuck is that working?
Leave innocent people alone if somebody's not for you, and I say that respectfully. I'm not here to genuinely respect that my content is not for everyone. You know, when God's throwing people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no misintentions, and I say that respectfully. You know, regardless of guys being shadow banned or whatever the case may be that you're doing in the background, I don't live in fear, and I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. I know how to respect my neighbor regardless of what you're going through. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. I'm far from fake, and I'm far from a catfish. Have a good day.
Peace and respect your neighbors, the ones you mad at whether on them, you like.
When it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God. And I say that respectfully. I'm far from a copycat, and I'm far from a hater. I'm not using respect, and my content is not for everybody. And I say that respectfully. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. August 17th, 2005. When it comes to my content, I work alone and I always have. No third party involved. And I say that respectfully.